Bounty. Bum. Bounty. Bum. Bounty. Bum. Easy. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about probably the best change that 6.0 comes with, and that's to do with leveling and XP gain. I'm saying this because of two reasons. Number one, AION was always a very difficult game to level up in. Since the day it was launched up until present day, and especially with patch 5.x, which basically turned leveling into a complete nonsense and a very obnoxious experience. Yeah, the second reason why I'm saying this is because the change in leveling that comes with 6.0 is purely a good change. It has no hidden agendas behind it. It doesn't come with any additional costs or tricks. So it's a perfect change and something that is extremely pure, valuable, and just simply awesome. Now, while I'm talking, guys, in the background you can actually see what I mean during this video. You can see me questing, you can see me doing campaigns, and you can look at what exactly are the rewards in this quest, in these campaigns, etc. So you can get an idea of how it feels to actually level up camp by camp. It's really awesome, yeah? Now, let me just quickly give you a rundown of what leveling is in 6.0. It is extremely easy, and I'm gonna start with telling you that from level 1 to max level, which is 80, takes about, I would say, 6 hours, maybe 6.5 hours on a DPS class. Yeah, a little bit longer on a class that doesn't really do so much deeps, like a Templar. Yeah, but it is very, very fast. The only thing that you need to do in 6.0 to level up are quests. Yeah, there is no more grinding, there is no more killing mobs for XP forever. It is really, really streamlined. Yeah, the whole experience has been completely changed. The quests are the ones that give you the most amount of XP. There's quests and there's campaigns. That's the only two things left. There is no more light blue quests, you know, the boring ones that you get absolutely nothing from, except with a couple of them. The housing quest, you know, the one that teaches you about housing, that's a light blue quest. A couple of tutorials that teach you how to use the UI, those are light blue quests, but everything else are dark blue quests, which give you a lot of XP. Like, I'm seriously talking a lot, anywhere from 1.5 levels from a quest at lower levels to 40% of a level at higher levels. So it's really, really simple to do. The quests are not boring either. It's not like the quest asks you to kill like 40, 50, 100 mobs or anything like that, right? They're really simple quests. Sometimes they're just talking quests. Talk to that NPC, this NPC, and that NPC, and there you go, you get a full level. So you get my point. Now, I was telling you that everything was streamlined, yeah? Starting from the beginner zone, you end up in the first town, Ishalgen and Poeta. Of course, it has been renamed, but it doesn't matter. For us, it's still Ishalgen and Poeta. So, as an Asmodian, for example, you start in Ishalgen and then you play in Ishalgen up until level 9. There is no more stupid running around to Moonin in that side of the map, then to Berta in the other side of the map, and so on and so forth. It is really simple and straightforward. Yeah. After you finish with Ishalgen, there is no more Altgard, there is no more Morhaime. These maps have been removed for the purpose of streamlining the game. So you end up at level 10, you end up in Beluslan. Now, Beluslan is a map that has been redone in terms of the levels of the mobs that you can find there and the quests as well. You basically go from quest to quest to quest, campaign to campaign to campaign, up until you finish Beluslan at about level 40, I would say. After level 40, you go straight away to Gelgmaros. There's nothing in between. And then in Gelgmaros, you stay up until level 55. Now, at 55, you go to Vengar, which was renamed, yeah. And in Vengar, you stay up until level 75, and that's about it. This is everything that's currently in the game. Level 75 you get by being in Vengar. Now from level 75 to 80 you have a choice if you've done all of the previous quests so far, because there's not many. You don't have quests to spare. The amount of quests that's in the game is exactly the amount of quests that you need to do. So it's not like I'm gonna skip this camp and go to the next one. No, there's like 3-4 quests per camp, and you need to do all of them because you want to do all of them, because all of them give huge amount of XP and they're super easy. Yeah. So in Vengar you can stay up until level 79, yeah, just by completing all the previous quests and all the previous campaigns that you had so far. At 79 or even at 75, you can move to the new zone lock room, where you can spend your last 5 levels or your last 2 levels, or even from 79 to 80 just 1 level in lock room. Yeah, so you don't need to worry about the fact that you're gonna be forced to be 75 and in lock room. Absolutely not. You can be 75 in a nice zone like Vanguard that nobody's really gonna bother you. And it's a really great experience. It's super fast and leveling is no longer a problem. I'm really happy to say that, because for me that was one of the many huge put-offs that AION brought with patch 5.x. It wasn't just done right. It was a good idea to make leveling a bit more tough, yeah, but the rewards at the end were completely pointless and it wasn't really done right in terms of events and motivating people, etc. So now you don't have to worry about leveling at all. The change to leveling is fantastic for new players, yeah, because if you're a new player, maybe you don't come with friends, maybe you don't have friends, maybe you don't want to make friends, yeah, and in AION you were always kind of forced while leveling up to like group up with other people for this dungeon, that dungeon, but 6.0 changes that completely, because in terms of leveling up for your campaigns, dungeons also have been changed, yeah, so right now campaigns take you through old dungeons that are no longer 6-man, they're just solo dungeons. So Draupnir Cave is a solo dungeon, Alchemia is a solo dungeon, Talok's Hollow is a solo dungeon, Tiamat's Hideout is a solo dungeon, and so on and so forth up until endgame. There is still FT in the game for 6-man, there's still Beshmudir for 6-man, but what does it matter? They don't matter, nobody does them, because the experience inside the 6-man dungeons has stayed the same. Only the quests outside those dungeons and the quests from the campaigns and the quests that have been added to those campaign dungeons that I've just mentioned to you, the solo ones, are extremely rewarding. So you don't really want to do 6-man content now. You can if you want to, but you don't have to, and that's really good for new players, because you can literally go solo from 1 to 80 in like 6 hours and not need anyone to babysit you or anything like that. You can explore your class. It takes you through all the zones that are remaining in AION, so it's really a great change. For returning players the same. If you've left and you're level 61, now you can just go back to Vengar and stay there up until level, I don't know, 78. So there's lots of things to do in peace, in a nice map, and then at 78 you go to the lock room, the endgame zone, you do 5 quests there, and there you go, you're already 80. So it's super simple to get to endgame. For people that have left maybe after 75 or maybe at 72, they are also gonna take like 1 hour and be at endgame. They can start doing the content, they can start doing the dungeons, the dredgens, etc, etc. So leveling is not a problem at all in AION anymore, and I'm literally telling you it's a few hours from 1 to endgame. Now what does that mean for the game in general? It means that people are gonna be more motivated to make alts. People are gonna be very motivated to make endgame alts, not only level 30 or 40, so that's gonna bring even more variety, because a guy that right now is playing a cleric, maybe he's a good gladiator also, but his gladiator is 71, he just cannot stand leveling up a gladi as well, so that's gonna bring more variety in terms of group composition. Maybe you need a tank, maybe you need a second cleric. Oh, there's no second cleric, I have one but he's 70, not good enough. The next thing is the fact that new people to the game are gonna be able to try more classes to see what kind of playstyle they like. Maybe they don't like the way gladiators need to holster their weapon or weave or whatnot. Maybe it's just like more of a straightforward class, like I don't know, like a bard or a sorcerer, whatever. So they can try out more. The game becomes very accessible to new players, yeah, which is absolutely fantastic. I loved this change. I basically already have 7 level 80 characters and I've just been playing for like what, 2 weeks. It's amazing. It's really nice, and it just brings a good feeling for a 2018 AION. I could probably say that after 6.0 hits, AION is gonna be the easiest MMORPG in the world to level up in, and that kinda sounds weird for a guy like me that's been playing for so many years and knows that it was the hardest game to level up in, bar Lineage 1. So I'm just saying, guys, an amazing, fantastic experience of leveling in 6.0. Look forward to many alts at endgame, look forward to trying more than one class, because you know, gear is tradable now, so you can farm on one, you can do the dungeon on your Templar because they need a tank, and then you can just tell them, you know, hey guys, if cloth drops, I'm gonna roll because I'm actually a main bard. So, you know, it brings a lot more options for players, a lot more versatility, and it's very, very streamlined. A great job to NCSoft for the change in leveling. I appreciate it a lot. Tell me how you see this change to leveling changing the game. What do you think is gonna happen to the game? And it's gonna be so easy to level up, more new players, more alts, etc., more endgame content. And until my next video, guys, thank you for watching, and lots of love.